All right, Paul, it's good meeting you.
Yeah,
And
meeting you.
thanks for contacting me.
Okay.
As you're aware, I am standing for a senator, hoping to be elected as a senator in Jersey. I have so many people writing to me about so many subjects. But yours, when I received the communication through your friend regarding double taxation, and he wanted it that, what do I think about how the government is treating elders in Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
That's how he used it. Then I'm like, what's this about elders in Jersey? And then he says, how do you understand double taxation and how it affects pensioners?
Okay.
And this is a subject I have personally shared with my mother-in-law, because I share a house with her. I live in my mother-in-law's house. Okay, so my wife, I, and our 5 children, we all live in this lovely homestead. It's a family home.
Yeah.
And I find that actually it's a unique setting in Jersey's context. But from Uganda's point of view, it's even more different. Like he said, I would be staying in the same house with my mother-in-law. Culturally, that is a no-no.
In Uganda?
Yeah,
Okay.
she can visit my house.
Okay.
But for me to go and live in her house, it's a no-no. But I can tell you for a fact, it's been the best choice that I made. And she invited us to her house, you know. But I've learned so much from her. I've learned so much about Jersey. You know, I think I know a lot about Jersey than some Jersey people do through my mother-in-law. But this issue of double taxation has been one of the subjects that has come in our interactions.
Okay.
And
so it's been discussed then?
Yes, in our house is a topic. It's been a topic.
Because a lot of people just don't understand it. They just don't accept, they can't understand the concept of what we're saying. But it's very easy. It's a very simple thing, really.
I would like you to take me through this. So, what do you think is going on? Maybe first of all, can you introduce yourself to our voters?
Okay.
Yeah, introduce yourself to our voters.
Okay, my name is Paul Krolik.
Yes.
I'm the petitioner.
Yes.
Who set up the petition to exempt pensions from taxation on the basis that it was a form of double taxation.
Yeah.
And to this end, I set up a petition the beginning of last year, end of the previous year, and we gained more than 5,000 supporters for it. It wasn't difficult, clearly, for people to understand, because as soon as the petition was worded, the way the petition was worded, in that we pay our tax on our social security contributions, and then we pay our tax on our pension when we get it.
Yeah.
It suddenly became clear to them.
Right.
And people would say to me, well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's inequitable.
Yes.
So this is why I set the petition up. I raised the petition, wrote the petition. It wasn't an easy petition to write, because you've got to be quite definite in the way you word a petition in Jersey. But I got the petition worded and authorised to put up on the government website. And as I say, we got the numbers of people signing it just gathered and gathered and gathered.
Okay.
And we ended up with more than 5,300 people. The only issue that we had, unfortunately at that time, and it still exists, and it's something that I'm hoping one of the newer, or several of the newer politicians will take up, is the way the petition formula is handled, because the only way you can sign a petition is online.
Right.
Yet, as you know, and I know, there are many people, and I'm an old person, but I've got facilities for online. I've got online facilities, but a lot of older people don't have the means of signing a petition online. They don't have a computer. They don't have an iPad or an iPhone. They have a simple phone. So this is the issue that we had at that time. That although we had 5,300 people that had signed it, many more people said to us, "We'd love to sign it, but how do we sign it?"
Yeah.
And we were told at the time that, well, if they do a paper signature, that won't count. So there could have been thousands more that wanted to sign it, but weren't able to do so. So the fact that it gained more than 5,000 people meant that it was then eligible for a debate in the States,
Right.
in the States Assembly. Unfortunately, for some reason unbeknown to me, the politicians standing at that time.
How long ago was this?
This is in 2025.
Just very recent.
Last year. Last year.
So these are the recent, the candidates, some of them are still candidates.
Yes, that's right.
That's right.
So they just, for some strange reason, they decided that it wouldn't be a full-blown debate in the States Assembly.
Yeah.
In other words, it wouldn't be presented by somebody and then debated at length by any number of the 50 politicians.
Yeah.
They decided it would be what they call an in-committee debate.
Right.
Now, this in-committee debate is okay, but it means that no decision can be voted on at the end.
So what is the purpose of the in-committee debate?
Absolutely useless, frankly, just a discussion. So that annoyed us, of course, and angered a lot of people. A lot of people wrote to me and said, "This is wrong. You know, it's got a lot of people interested." And yet, you know, they haven't really looked at it in any detail at all.
Just to stop you a little bit there, I am standing on some values, attitudes, rights, and responsibilities.
Okay.
And I think a politician's attitude towards the people that vote for them is important. Just let me know, what kind of attitude experience did you get with interacting with them? What vibes did you get? When this was passed to them and then they told you, did they give you any reassurance?
There was not a lot of enthusiasm.
Right.
Petition, but it has to be presented by somebody.
Yeah.
And we got a person called Deputy Barbara Ward.
Okay.
And she volunteered to do it for us.
Yeah.
And she was very, very good and very supportive.
Yeah.
And she was convinced that this was a good petition.
Right.
But the reaction from the remainder of the States Assembly was very, very vague, very, very non-committal. I think what they saw in it was a cost.
Now, before we go to the cost, okay? Before we go to the cost, I would like you to define for us what double taxation is. Can you just take me into the details of
Yeah, of course.
What actually concerns that? And also remember, one of the biggest subjects of this campaign is the cost of living.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't come from a finance background. I don't have much, but I understand commerce.
Okay.
Right? I understand commerce.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I would like you to help us appreciate how double taxation connected to the cost of living to the pensioners impacts your life in Jersey. But first of all, define for us.
Okay, well, let me define the petition. Well, let me tell you what the petition was, and let me define the concept we're pushing forward.
Okay.
Basically, what it is that throughout our working lives, we're obliged by law to pay Social Security contributions.
Okay.
We pay them at the moment they're 5%, and the employer pays 5.5%.
Okay.
These two amounts are then put into the pot, into the Social Security fund. Okay, and they're held there for the eventual payment of a pension.
Right. For
payment of for help with medical benefits.
Yes.
With help with doctor's fees, with prescriptions, etc.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. So but what is the quirky thing is that the amount that you pay in contribution is still part of your gross pay for taxation purposes. Okay. So you pay tax on it. So 20% is paid, effectively, 20% is paid on your contributions you make to Social Security, in with the rest of your gross pay. Then when you achieve pensionable age, and your pension is calculated based on the number of years of contribution.
Right.
So the Social Security Department, as it was then, they called a slightly different name now, but the Social Security Department, in essence, will then look at your payments that you've made over the course of your life and say, right, Mr. Trolick or Mr. whoever, you've paid 30 years of contributions to the fund, or 35 years or 40 years, whatever.
Yeah.
You're entitled, you're entitled to a pension of so much money. You might be entitled to a full pension, or you might be entitled to part of a pension, depending on how many years of contribution you've made.
Yes.
When you receive that pension, you are then taxed on it.
Again.
So this is the double taxation. Now, a lot of people have said to me, yes, but the employer puts part of the payment into the fund as well for your pension. Well, yes, they actually do. The employer does pay 5.5%. But don't forget that the Social Security Fund is designed to meet many things. It's there for maternity benefit. It's there for help with carers allowances. It's other benefits that people get. That's all paid out of the Social Security Fund. So if we get back to just the amount that the private individual pays, that is what his pension is based on. Nothing else. Just the number of years he's contributed and the value that he's contributed for. And that's the double taxation concept.
Wow. So how does the cost of living affect you? Maybe different from any other past.
Well, this is the interesting thing as well. The tax office, the Revenue Jersey, which is the tax office, have deemed that anybody that's in receipt of just a pension will fall below the threshold and will pay no tax at all.
Okay.
So this is good.
Okay.
Any lower paid person, any person that's a normal working.
So what is lower paid? What is the threshold?
The threshold is £20,000, around about £20,000 a year. Yeah.
So
and on that sum, you won't pay any tax at all.
So if you can be given your pension and it is within 20,000 per year, that means you do not pay tax.
Correct.
So but how then is it double tax then applicable?
Well, because anybody that has any more than that, I mean, for example, if you have your own pension, if you have say you have a civil service pension or a works pension of any sort, that will immediately put you into the taxation bracket, and you will lose the amount of money that you've received for your old age pension will be lost in allowances, and you will pay a straight 26%.
26 again
on your earnings or on your income.
I mentioned about 20%.
20% is the recognised rate of taxation in Jersey. But once they give you these allowances, what they call marginal relief, then whatever is the resultant income is charged at 26%. Wow. And nobody in government can explain to me, and I've asked them countless times, nobody can explain to me how this 26% is justified. Why isn't it 25% or 27%? Nobody can explain that to me, but you pay 26%. If you are a higher earner, if your income is above £90,000, you will be taxed at 20%.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
If you have an income of more than 90,000,
is that 90,000? If you have income like you're
over,
still working
over your pension.
All right, over your pension.
Well, ignoring the pension, because most people that are earning 90,000 are not pensioners.
Yes, no.
If you've got an income of 90,000 or more,
yeah,
then you will pay just 20%.
Okay.
But if you
go to 100,000.
But if you are below that, if you're below 90,000, any income you have above your old age pension is taxed at 26%.
What a mix.
Well, I mean, we've we've got the Chief Minister
Yes.
to agree that it is a form of double taxation.
Do you have a proof for that?
We have proof that there's several of us in the room.
Okay.
So,
So was it written or is just a
no,
one?
he won't deny it. The Chief Minister is a very nice chap, and he won't deny it.
Right.
And my fellow.
When you say the
petitioner
Chief
said
Minister,
to me,
whom are you referring?
this is Lyndon Farnham.
This is Lyndon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he also said that the controller of income tax
Yeah.
accepts that there is a form of double taxation too.
Okay.
So I don't think you can argue with it, frankly. It is double taxation.
So where are we going with this? Now here is Martin Aliga putting himself forward.
Okay.
You are looking for a new team of
take it forward.
potential political leaders in Jersey
Yeah.
that should take this forward. Where do you want us to take this forward? I'm very hopeful I'm going to, with your help, and you have a 5,000 margin of people that have supported this. I am putting this video as an evidence to prove that I would like to stand. Because look, I am 47. How many years do I have before I start getting pension?
65 normally you would retire at. 67.
Less than 20 years.
Yeah.
So do I really want to be in a government that puts my future into double taxation? I don't want to inherit this kind of policy. And I would love to be one politician, one leader that would contribute to this right now, with hopefully Lyndon goes back, for us to work together and turn this around. What would you want to see that? Do you have any remedies or suggestions and proposals of what could be done? Because the cost of living is an issue, yes, but also the fear of the government could be that they will lose a lot of money. Because since they have been getting money out of this, if they abolish this, then it means the government will be out of pocket, whereas people will be doing, the pensioners will be doing better, isn't it?
Yeah.
However, whom are we working for?
Well,
As a politician, I'm seeking for votes from the people. I'm basically pursuing a people power movement, not a political party. I'm not looking for a party to back me. I'm looking for people, and that's why I'm speaking with you, who carry 5,000 mandates behind you on this document.
Yeah, and I think this is why I circulated the letter and the poster, because I think candidates need to realise that the vast majority of people that vote are older people.
Exactly.
And a lot of them are pensioners. Now, if pensioners feel aggrieved, as I do, that the issue was not debated properly and was not resolved, we're not looking to win everything. We'd like to get double taxation completely eradicated. Of course we would. But ideally we want to achieve something out of this. We've got.
Would you take, for instance, now it is 26%. Would you take, let's say 18%?
Well,
or 15%, or a reduction in terms of percent, not like completely wiping it out. Would you take that?
I think the 26% is a nonsense.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel that there's any justification.
Okay.
The way I look at it is this.
Yes.
The tax office takes your gross pay.
Yeah.
It reduces it by certain allowances.
Okay.
And gives you an allowance for your wife, for your children, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the rest is taxed.
Yeah.
Then they're taxed at 26%. But isn't that like giving it to you with one hand
and then taking it
back
away
with the other? I mean, to me, it's
so what have you? I would like you to take me into your proposals that you want to see us pursue. Of course, at the end of the day, I would not want to see a petition. I would want to see a paper presented, because as far as I'm concerned, I would want to take this on, and other members, like the deputy, is she contesting?
Yes, she does.
She
Yes.
is
Yes, and
contesting,
she's
right?
very much in favour.
She's in favour of this.
Of the petition.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she would be literally my leader in that.
Yeah.
I want to, because she's already
on board.
She's already on board.
Yeah.
I want to work with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Given that,
Yeah.
hopefully I'm elected. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to work with her, but it would be important to know right now from you, as we speak to all the voters, what you want to achieve from this, because I still, is it eradicating the 26, or is it taking some percent, or is it the 20%? What is it?
I think we were quite, when my colleague and I met with the Chief Minister,
Yeah.
we were quite reassured by the fact that he promised, if re-elected, that he would examine the whole tax structure.
Okay.
And as one of the other candidates said to me yesterday, there are many areas of double taxation.
Okay.
I don't know what he's referring to, but he
Okay.
obviously feels there are many.
Okay.
So I think the whole tax structure needs to be looked at, because there are, for example, companies that don't pay tax in Jersey.
Right.
Trade in Jersey but don't pay tax. There's a lot of revenue that we could
Make.
which we're not making, we're not garnering, and yet we're penalising the pensioners. I'm not going to say now to you that I would abandon the double taxation petition outright and just go, say, for 20% rather than 20%. I would like to see the double taxation eradicated completely.
Okay.
I think if people, and I'll tell you why I say that. The interesting comparison is if you look at private pensions.
Okay.
Okay? Supposing you're an individual, okay, you've still got to pay Social Security because you're obliged to by law.
Yeah.
Okay? And you get benefits for that. Of course you do, like going to hospital or prescriptions, etc. But let's suppose you're working for a finance company and they provide you with a private pension. It may be contributory, it may not be. Mostly it is contributory.
Yeah.
In fact, people that I know of, they pay something like 6% or 5%, and their company pays 15%.
Okay.
Okay? So, but those contributions that the private, to go towards the private pension, are tax deductible. So when they fill in their tax return, they put their gross pay. Underneath it'll say, have you contributed to a recognised pension scheme? Yes. And that's given to them as an allowance. So why is it any different for people that contribute to the Social Security scheme, which is going towards their pension? This is my dilemma,
Right.
because I don't think that's right. If the private pension people have their deductions
Made from source.
taken from source as an allowance,
Yeah.
why doesn't it happen with
you
us
who
people?
has to
Yeah.
get it 20 years
Now,
later.
when the person receives their private pension, they are then taxed on it, which is absolutely right, because that's what we call deferred taxation.
Okay.
They're
Yes.
taxed. They don't
get it as a
they're
tax
given an
before.
allowance.
Yes.
Given an allowance on their contributions.
Right. Yeah.
Then when they get their pension,
Then
they're
they're
taxed,
taxed.
which is right. which is
But that's
correct.
not double taxation.
That's not double
Because it was
taxation.
just
That's
deferred.
No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
And this is what I'm trying to align.
Yes.
This is why I'm trying to align the two, because
Okay.
they are no different.
Yes.
When people that are working, and I worked for 35 years in the civil service, I was a civil servant.
Yes. Yes.
When I worked for 30 years in the civil service and then in the public sector, when I worked for 30 years in the civil service, I made my contributions to Social Security,
Yeah.
but I paid tax on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I get my pension and I'm taxed again.
I get the point. Paul, this is a very, very, I think, concerning policy issue and the framework that needs to be seriously revised.
Yeah.
And I think your petition was, as far as I'm concerned, it was handled in a very unsatisfactory
Very
manner.
tardy way, I think.
So I would think this is a work in progress, a work in progress, and I want to say that I would like to pledge, not promise.
Thank you.
I would like to pledge, given enough votes to take me to the States Assembly, that this one document I'll follow in the space of 1 year, we should have a report for you guys, whether a successful one or not, but it has to be debated, not talked in a boardroom. We don't want to talk about it in a boardroom. It has to be debated in our first year of office. That will be I will put that as one of my recommendations.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I still don't know the terminologies when you table a document in Jersey Parliament, but I would love to table this, or the lady that worked with you guys. At least I would love to back her.
Well,
to lead on that,
the good thing, and because I'm an ex-civil servant, I know the procedure.
Yes.
The good thing is that all you would do is put your idea forward.
Yes.
And then the civil servant would write up your document for you.
Exactly.
This is the way it works.
I mean, I actually know that bit that there are so many civil servants in the background to put everything into policy related language, and all they support the politicians. I know that. But what I'm saying is really we need a serious backing, and you know, one of the ways to align this is now, because then you will take accountability of whoever. Because right now I can imagine many people have responded to you in a positive way, but when it comes to doing the job, they will turn their back on you. That's why I'm doing a video, because this is part of my record. It's not just your record, but we are sending it to the community, and it's not just on going to a newspaper or on a social media.
No, exactly.
So I want to thank you for coming.
Okay.
I would like to end it here, but I would like to ask you to carry this work for me.
Okay.
As a way of reaching your 5,000 members,
you
are going to do some work for me.
I'll do my best. Martin Aliga.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Martin. Yes. Good luck to you.
And welcome to Team Aliga.
Yes, Team Aliga. I love teams.